Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Melissa if you haven't been here before. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be playing with the Wine and Only palettes, and I have the Super Shots as well as the blushes we're going to play with. So we're going to see what kind of look I can come up with and kind of play a little bit with some of the products. So if that's something you want to see, then just keep watching. Alright, I'm going to take off my glasses and we're going to get into this palette. I've already done my brows with the Joa brow pencil in Ebony, and then I prime my eyes with the Sigma eyeshadow base primer in Ignite. So I have all that done as usual, and we're going to go into Major Shikanti there. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that shade. And I'm going to put that in my crease. Alright, now I'm going to take Mullet Over right here, and I'm going to put that in my outer corner, a little bit in my outer crease. Alright, and now I'm taking Venter, I guess is how you say it, at the bottom. And I'm going to put that in my outer corner to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm going to take the Super Shock shadow. Mine came a little broken, so I had to smush it back in the pan, but this is Wind Down. And I'm going to put that in the middle of my eye. I'm going to try a brush first, but then I might have to use my finger. We'll see. I don't think the brush is going to work just fine. And for the inner part of my lid, I'm going to take the Super Shock shadow and Muse. And I'm just going to use the other side of my brush. Alright, I'm going to take a Cotton Round some micellar water, and I'm going to clean up this mess I made real quick. So what I'm going to do, so the video isn't too long, I'm going to hop off here, just do my base, and then I'll be back to put on some more products. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and to tell you what I use pretty much what I used yesterday. I used the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer, the NARS Foundation. I used the Dose of Color Concealer this time, and I said the number 5 powder yesterday, but it's the number 7 Lift and Illuminate powder in light. So, but I also went ahead and did my bronzer. I used the Face and Body Bronzing Balm by Sol, and this is in shade Light. So I used that, and we're going to get into these blushes. So let's see. There's a good range this time of blush colors. So the first one we have is Brute Flute. Let me see if I can get a little swatch. Alright, so that's Brute Flute. Next is Cruel Intentions. It's kind of a pinky color, mid-tone pink. So that's Cruel Intentions. And the last one is a Cheerio. Alright, so that one's Cheerio. So you got Brute Flute, Cruel Intentions, and Cheerio. Kind of want to use Cheerio, but I'm afraid it's going to be too dark. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it. We're going to try Cheerio. Whoa. I went over it with my foundation brush a little bit. I think that calmed it down, that it looks pretty good now. I want to add a little bit of Brute Flute to it. And I'm going to take the Super Shock Cheek in a Lunch Money. I'm going to use that as my highlighter. I'm going down my nose. And put a little bit on my chin. Alright, now I'm going to take the Colourpop BFF Creme Gel Liner in Joyride. It's the same one I used yesterday for my look. I'm going to put this in my waterline. Alright, I'm going to take Null It Over right here. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. I think I'm just going to go a third of the way, and I think I'm going to do a shimmer on the other part of my lower lash line. Alright, I'm going to take this Play to Wine, that shimmer shade in the middle. I'm going to put it on the other half of my lower lash line. And I'm going to take a Blanc right here and put that on my inner corner. I'm going to hop off here, throw on some Thrive Cosmetics mascara, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to take the lip liner and the lippy pencil in Good and Plenty. And I'm going to line my lips. And now I'm going to take the Colourpop Luxe Velvet in Ingenuity, I don't know how to say that. And we're gonna, I don't know if I've tried this one yet. I'm going to spray my face with a Milani Fruit Fetish, make it last. Alright y'all, well this is the final look using the Wine and Only palettes and blushes and Super Dark Shadows. But I think this palette is really beautiful. I think I came up with a really beautiful look. Even though the Super Shock Shadows came broken, I really think they look gorgeous on. I love some Super Shock Shadows. Even the shimmers that I used in the palettes for my inner corner and underneath my eye, I think they worked perfectly. The mattes blended out well. Everything performed great. I love the color story of this palette, and I love the colors of the Super Shock Shadows as well. I think they did great pairing those together. But if you get the palette, some of the shimmers are kind of the same colors of the Super Shock Shadows. So really, unless you just want the Super Shock Shadows, I don't know if you necessarily need the palette and the Super Shock Shadows, if you know what I mean. But the blushes are gorgeous. I'm excited that they did a wider range of blushes for different skin tones. The one that I used, the darkest one, the Cheerio, I think looks gorgeous. I had to kind of calm it down with my foundation brush, but I think it looks gorgeous on. I think I just kind of went a little too heavy-handed at first. But if you go light-handed, if you're my skin tone, I think it'll work. And the which one are these? Cruel Intentions and Brute Flute, I think are really, really pretty. I think that they would be great for if you're my skin tone as well. I think any of these would work. You just have to go light-handed with the Cheerio. And I love the Super Shock Cheek blush formula. So I'm real excited to have more of these in my collection. But all in all, I really like this collection. I think they did a great job putting things together. I know there was like a serum and a like shimmering dry oil or something. One of those from the Soul Body. But I didn't get either one of those, and I think that was all that came in the collection. There was no lip products in the collection, so which was kind of surprising to me. Normally Colourpop at least has one lip product in their collections, but I think they did a great job with the collection, curating it, and like I said, having it being a little more exclusive with the Cheerio blush. So I'm real excited to have this in my collection. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the look. If you did, please hit the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love for you to become a part of our family here. Also ring the bell so you can be notified whenever I upload my amazing content. And that's going to be all for me today. I hope you're staying happy, staying healthy, taking care of yourselves, and I hope you have a great rest of the day as well as a great rest of your holiday. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.